a government-sponsored meeting about the needs in Phu Ninh, and several people were there. And I had the privilege to meet the president of Phu Ninh district. We immediately just clicked with one another. I said, we work with children. What do you have any needs there regarding children? And he immediately said, we have, to me incredibly, 600 special needs children in Phu Ninh. What he wanted really was an orphanage, a special needs orphanage. And so we went to Phu Ninh and toured several families, concluded that we really didn't want to do an orphanage. They wanted more of a housing, just a place to get them and give the parents really some respite care. We didn't think that was the best way to help them. And so we began a program where we brought to the family supplemental food on a monthly basis, and not a small amount, a nice parcel of food. All of the families are desperately poor, so that's one issue. Food security is an issue. Well, we're actually adding families. Right now we have 82 families, and we've approved 6 more families just last week, and have about 15 more to go interview. And so it's likely that number is going to get close to 100 families, and if you assume six mouths in the family, which is reasonable, could be more than that. There's usually multi-generations living in a house. That could easily be 600 people, with probably 150 or 200 of them being children. But just the idea that there can be something better, that there can be an end to the drudgery, an end to the hopelessness, an end to just despair that comes into that family because of the material poverty, and then because of just not having any help. I call her Little Twee, but she's really, gosh, 17 or 18 years old, but she's got the body of an 8-year-old or a 9-year-old. And the first time we saw her, we walked into her parents' home, and her dad and mom were out in the front room. And then we walked into the back, through a little alleyway into a dark area. There was a room in the back there. And we walked in, and I looked over to my right, and I did not think I was looking at a human. Just stood there for minutes and said, Jesus, help us. Jesus, help us. That's all I could say. That's all I could say. And she couldn't have been just several days from death. It couldn't have been very many days. And so we got permission. Her family was very willing to receive help. The government was very willing for us to help. And so we got permission, brought her to Da Nang, took her to the Western Medical Clinic. And she began to eat 4 times a day and take vitamin-enriched formula. And she stayed with us for 3 weeks and gained 3.5 kilograms. Well, she would leave the house about 4 in the morning and ride a bicycle for 2 or 3 hours to a mountain, through a particular mountain, spend another hour getting to the top of the mountain to collect a certain sort of vegetable that grew there. And then she would trudge back down the mountain, another 2-hour ride to a market where she would spend the rest of her day marketing what she was able to pick in the wild that day. So Sundays she may get her crop sold at 5 o'clock in the evening. Sometimes it might be 7 o'clock in the evening. So, and then of course back home. So she's gone from 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night, not there to take care of Twee, and that's the reason Twee's having so much trouble. Not there to love her, not there to nurture her, trying to keep her family together, trying to keep some money in the house, trying to keep food on the table. And that was her life.
Ba thương con thì con giống mẹ thương con thì con giống ba. Cả nhà ta đều thương yêu nhau, cha lại nhớ dành nhau là cười. Lạnh quá. Anh nào? Anh đi khóa.
Alo.
Ngày tháng năm sinh.